Hi everybody. Just wanted to do a quick video for you on accessing the St. Leo Library and in particular the PsycINFO database, which is like our standard database to go to find articles for assignments. And I know some of you may have already done this in other classes, but I know also some of you haven't done an online course before or may be new to St. Leo. So what you do, you go to the online classroom like I am here, click on resources. The library will be right at the top. Hopefully you put what else is on this list. There's the library. Uh, And under Find Info, there's databases. And as I say, our primary database that we use is PsycINFO. So we click on that, and it slowly opens up. And even though you may not have used this before, you are ready to do an advanced search because this initial search box there just isn't enough. And let's say, just to pick an example of how this goes, suppose you are interested in spouses of military people, uh, and so that's your topic there. And so you're going to look for articles that have military and spouse, both those words in the title. So here's what you do: military. And we want that in the title. So we come over here and pick that, military in the title. Spouses, and we want that in the title. And let's just say also for you're interested in PTSD, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in the title. Uh, so there's this other option here, all text. So you can click that, and so if it's in the title or just somewhere in the body of the article, it'll catch that. And while we're looking at these, just notice also you have options for things like the author, because at some point you'll probably be searching for things by a certain author. Uh, but at any rate, got a couple more things we need to set here before we do the search. One for what you're doing, you're going to need the full text of the article. Sometimes they just have a summary of it. So you want the full text. Uh, and publication type, you want peer-reviewed journals. In other words, real science articles here, no magazines or whatever. And sorry, but we're going to have to exclude dissertations too, because those really aren't peer-reviewed articles, even though they're often very good. Uh, so we've got all those things. We've got excluded dissertations, going to do peer-reviewed journals, um, open, not open access, full text, um, and we can do search up at the top or down here. Here, it thinks about it, and it comes up with 4 articles. I actually would have expected more, but 4 articles. Uh, and and here they are, 4 articles. They all have PDF full text available. So you can actually download the actual article. Uh, got resilience and knowledge of PTSD symptoms in military spouses, depression among military spouses, psychiatric morbidity in military spouses, and understanding substance use abuse in military spouses. So for each of those, you can uh, immediately access the full text in PDF form. You can, when it comes up, you can download it to your computer, or here's another download icon. And there are other options too. And for those other options involving some things along the side menu here, which you can't see very well. For those other options, see my other video on searching and downloading articles for the assignments. But this'll get you started, to check out that other article, and you should be ready to go in terms of finding what you need for the literature reviews and for the article reviews. And of course, any questions, just you're always free to ask. All right, see you around.